Hi everyone, welcome back. So I have been in the lab all day today painting, you guys. And it was very peaceful and relaxing because I think painting for me is like a stress reliever. It's a form of self-care. It gives me like time, like me time to just reflect. And my imagination obviously is like being stimulated when I'm painting. Like, it's just a great time for me. So like today it was great, even though I feel physically tired. I'm feeling good on the inside because I painted today. I painted, you guys. And I started painting actually not too long ago, right? I tried my hand at painting. I figured like, okay, why not? Why not pick up another hobby? Given that, we're going through a pandemic. We're kind of on lockdown, so to speak. Like most of the places that we probably would go to for entertainment or for fun are closed. So for me, I think painting is like another hobby that I figure I can pick up to just kind of fill time and just allow my artistic side to blossom. And ever since I picked up the paintbrush, I think when did I first paint? Was it over a month ago at least? I've been on a roll. Like I can't stop. So before these paintings I'm gonna show you guys, I actually have painted 14. I had to count. I was like, wait, 10, 12. I've painted 14 paintings, you guys. And my place is filled with color now. And I've added 3 more to that collection. So, or shall I say portfolio. But I don't sell my paintings because I know people have asked me like, oh, how much are you going to sell it for? Like, I'm not interested in selling any of my work. I'm doing it just for myself, just as like a release for me. Painting is like a release. And so I went to Michael's on Wednesday and I was happy to see that they were open, because when I first went there on Tuesday, I kind of went impromptu because I heard that it was going to be like a snow day, a snowstorm on Wednesday and Thursday. So I figured, oh, let me rush to the art store to grab some canvas boards so that I could have something to do in case I get snowed in, right? So I went that Tuesday night. When I get there, they were closed. And the website and also on Google said that it didn't close till 10 o'clock. So it was probably, I don't know, like 8, 9 o'clock. It was before closing time when I got there. And they were closed. And I'm just like, what? What's up? Oh, Luce Goon. Thank you. So I have some beautiful paints I'm going to show you guys. But yeah, so I went to Michael's and I was in a store. And I picked up 3 canvas boards, right? So I got 2 22 by 28 canvas boards, and I got a 30 by 40. Wait till you guys see these paintings. I think I impressed myself with these. Like, I blew my own self away. And when I was in line, like, there was this white lady in front of me. White people, white women in particular, always seem to be fascinated by me, I guess, when I'm at an art store. They always seem to be curious to see, like, what am I going to do? So there's one white lady in front of me in line. She was like, oh, you're getting those for somebody? I was like, no, I'm getting them for myself. She thought I was getting them to give for somebody else. Thank you, Alaji. Where are you guys watching from? I said, no, I'm getting them for myself. She was like, oh, that's a gift to yourself then. I was like, yeah, if you want to look at it that way. And it's funny because like the time that I went to Michael's before that, on a separate occasion, this white woman was curious to see like, oh, what are you going to do with those canvas boards? I'm going to paint. She's like, oh, what are you going to paint? It's like, I don't know yet. For me, like, painting and like creating art is very personal. So I wouldn't tell anybody like what I'm going to do before I do it. Like, I'll show you guys after it's done, but I think the whole process of me doing it, and even before I do it, like, I would rather keep that to myself. And that's interesting because I actually said, like, when I was thinking about painting at first, this was like back in the summer before I started painting, I said that I was going to start doing like sipping paints and go live while I'm painting. But when I picked up my paintbrush and I was painting for the first time off camera, it was just it was an intimate moment for me. And I was just like, wow. Like, it's hard to really put into words, like, the way painting makes me feel. So when I felt that mystical feeling, right, it was like a very spiritual moment that I was having. I was like, no, I can't do this on camera. Like, I have to do this off camera because it's very personal. So I'm going to show you guys. And by the way, these canvas boards, I stepped it up a notch because I normally get level 1 canvas boards. These are level 2. So they have level 1, level 2, and level 3 canvas boards. And the level is basically indicating the thickness and the quality of the canvas, right? So the higher up the level, the more, the better quality it is. And I noticed a difference in the painting, you know, while I was painting it in the canvas board. I realized, like, wow, like the level 2 canvas boards, the paint actually is easy to kind of absorb. The canvas board is like absorbs the paint easier, I think. So it sticks better. It looks better. And when it comes to, because I usually draw my paintings with a pencil before I begin to start painting, right? I draw them out. And I noticed, like, of course, there are going to be erasure marks. So I noticed with the level 2 canvas board, it's much easier to erase. Like, and the pencil marks, like, they disappear. You can't even, like, really see the pencil marks, right? Versus on the level 1 canvas board, you can clearly see it. And I do have paint on my skin because I just was all in it today. I got some on my pants. So yeah, I'm really loving the level 2. I haven't tried level 3 yet. And also, Michaels did have a discount because I get emails because I'm like a Michaels, what do you call it, member or whatever. So I get emails with discounts, and they told me that they have 50% off the canvas boards. I think 50% off most of the items in the store as well. So I had to go, and I'm excited. So this is the first one I did. I started this one a couple days ago. And as you can see, it has a lot of detail. Now, it is showing in reverse. So after I talk about these, I will flip the camera around so you guys are able to see the actual orientation of what it looks like. So this canvas board is a 22 by 28. This is one of the two 22 by 28 canvas boards that I got. And when I say, it took a lot of patience to do this. Thanks, Beatty. It took a lot of patience to do this one. I mean, all three actually. I think that's the thing I like about painting is that, number one, I mean, aside from it being like very therapeutic and just being able to release, I think it challenges me, to be more patient. It challenges me to just concentrate more, be more focused, and the eye-hand coordination. Like, I think art itself, you'll be surprised like how it actually improves, like, I think your cognitive ability and other aspects, you know, of your cognition, I think. Because you're using a part of your brain. You're using a certain part of your brain is being stimulated when you're painting, when you're creating. So this is actually painting number 15 out of all the paintings I've done so far. And I love this one. I love all of my paintings, but I'm really impressed the way this one came out. There's a lot of color. I love color. So it's something you're going to see consistent in all of my paintings is just color. Vibrant colors. Thanks, Umar. Yeah, I think it turned out nice. I actually was going to leave this side white here. This part here, I was going to leave it white. But then I figured, no, that might be too much white. And if you see, I don't really use much white. And the thing with painting, right, you start off with a white canvas board. It's just, to me, it's very soothing to see the white transform into color. Like, when I add color to the white board, I'm just like, it's like ecstasy. I'm just like, ah. It's the same feeling I get when I'm making homemade candles and I see the wax transform from a solid to a liquid when I'm melting the wax to make my homemade candles. Like it gives me the same feeling. I'm just like, just watching that transformation. And so when I'm painting, adding color to the whiteboard, it's just like it's like a release. It's ecstasy. It's, oh my gosh, like an orgasm in a way, like a mental orgasm. I love it. That's probably the reason why I've done so many in a short period of time, because I like the way it makes me feel on the inside. So I want you guys to tell me, which one do you guys like the most? And what do you like about these paintings? You know, feel free to share your thoughts on these. I mean, even though, yes, this is my work and I take it personal, like, I have thick skin, I think, as an artist, as a writer, you know, just as a person in general, I think that I can handle criticism. So, as long as you're not being ignorant, like, I don't tolerate ignorance, because some people get on here and be like, oh, that shit ugly, just stupid stuff. But I'm open to, like, constructive criticism. So feel free to drop your comments and your thoughts below. I like drawing women for some reason, and I find it very easy. I think it's easier for me to draw women than it is for me to draw men. I don't know what that is about. But, and I have something to show you guys, like, coming up very soon. I'm trying to see what more can I say about this one. I really have fun, like, adding the black outline to the different designs. It was giving me life, because I did that part last. Like, there's a whole process in how I go about painting, because depending on, like, how the design is and what I'm painting, you know, you have to start with certain colors first and then leave other colors last, you know, on the latter part of the painting, because it just goes well that way. And a lot of these colors I created myself. They are not primary colors, and they did not come with the paint kit that I purchased. So I had to mix colors to get some of the colors that you see here. Alright. Yes, it's very peaceful. Painting is peaceful. Alright, so let's go to the next one. I like this mask. I did something different with the eyes though. I had to kind of improvise with the eyes. Okay, that's that one. I can't wait to hang these up. Alright, this is the next 22 by 28 painting that I did. Actually, I did this one first. So this is the first one I did. I finished this one first. And then the second one I finished was the first one I showed you guys. So this one definitely is dry, this guy got completed first. And I really love this one. My favorite part about this one is this centerpiece. Looks like piano keys. I love it. I love yellow, as you guys can see. Yellow, red. But these are also like African colors too. And I find it easy to paint triangles and circles. But yeah, I love this piece here. It reminds me of piano keys, colorful piano keys. Yeah, I'm going to hang these two pieces here on probably that wall vertically. I was thinking about should I do it horizontally, but I already have two paintings horizontal next to each other. That's Isis and Osiris that's sitting next to each other. So I think I'm going to do these two paintings here, vertical on top of each other. Maybe I don't know, which one should I put on top? Maybe this one on top. I'll put this on top, and then the other one I just showed you guys underneath. But my place is now very colorful. My African friend from the Gambia, he was the first person that I invited to my place, and he came in and he was just like, oh, this is a White House. I was like, what do you mean by that? Well, you got jokes. He said, oh, it's just a lot of whites here in your place. I was like, well, yeah, the walls are white, but I think that's also what inspired me to use so many different colors and just to, you know, add more color to this space, because it just changes the mood. It changes the vibration of the room, and whatever vibration is in the room obviously affects who's ever in the room. So I like to use bright colors because there's a psychology to color, you know. It lightens your mood in certain shapes. Thank you. Yeah, I love bright colors. So this is the last one I did. And granted, it took me hours to do all of these. So I started, I think, yesterday. And I just finished actually maybe half hour ago. But this piece took a good amount of time. The first piece I showed you guys, I finished this morning. No. I'm trying to remember how it went. Yeah, the first one I showed. This piece, I actually finished this. Don't fall, baby. Don't fall. Yeah, I finished this one this morning. I started, I think, last night. I think I did, and I finished this morning. I don't know. Time seemed like it doesn't matter when you're like doing something that you love. But anyway, so this is the last one I did. This is painting number 17 out of all the paintings I've done. And I might have to take a step back. This size is 30 by 40, so it is relatively large. I'm going to take a step back and not knock over my precious bar stool like I did in my last video. I accidentally knocked it over. Alright. So, I wanted to do a nude African woman because I think, first of all, I think black women are beautiful, and even more beautiful when they're naked. So I decided to do my first nude painting, and I figured that it would definitely add some life to my space. More life, not that it doesn't already have life, but more life to my space by doing a nude woman, and she's kneeling on the floor here. Now, I will talk about what was the most difficult part of this painting. And it's always a difficult part to paintings. Like every painting has some challenges to it. So with this one, the most difficult part was her breasts. And I'm like, I'm a woman who has breasts. Why is it so difficult for me to draw her breasts? But it was difficult for me to do it. I fucked it up the first time. I should have took a picture to show you guys, like, oh my gosh, it was so way off. So it took a while for me to get her breasts right? So that it wasn't too small. It wasn't like it was sitting properly, like in the right position, like the size was correct. It was difficult. I'm like, why is it so difficult for me to do her breasts? And then also her stomach. That was I think the hardest part to this drawing was her breast and then the stomach. I started at the bottom. I usually start, like especially when I'm drawing people, I usually start at the bottom. Let me see if I can use this share. But yeah, when I'm drawing people, I usually start at the bottom and work my way to the top. So I think like I drew like the top of her crown first, and then I just like went to the bottom, did the bottom, and then work my way back up. Just makes sense for me to do it that way. I know every artist like has their own way of doing things, but for me that made sense. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but these designs with the tan background came from my African coat that I just purchased a couple weeks ago from the African market on 116th Street in Harlem. So I knew I wanted to do like some Adinkra symbols or African symbols, but I wasn't sure what. And I was like, what can I do for her background? I initially thought about doing it like all pink, but I'm like, no, that's boring. So I wanted to like add some like more life to it. And so I chose to do the designs from my Malian coat that I just purchased. So I have pictures of my coat on Facebook, so you guys can check that out. But it's the one where I did a video on what should I wear for our first date. And I tried on the coat at the end. And here we are. This symbol means strength. I love this symbol. I love drawing these symbols. I like drawing like all of these symbols actually, but I really have fun drawing that because the circles, it means strength. I like drawing this one too because I started with the white part first and then I added the black color. It just reminds me of walnut. I sketch. I always sketch. I haven't gotten to the point to work my way where I'm just like drawing without sketching. I might do that though, but yeah. Who knows what y'all gonna get? Who knows where I'll end up? Like, that would be hilarious, you guys. I think if I was to draw, like, without sketching, if I was to paint without sketching, you guys will be able to see what's in my mind. I know, BD, a lot of people have said I should sell them and ask me, like, how much? I'm like, nah. I don't want to sell my work. This is just for me in my place. I might actually open a museum to put them in, but I don't want to sell my work. I have no interest in selling any of my work at all. Even if someone offered, I'm like, no, it's mine. I did it for me. I'm not going to sell it. So her earring is the red, black, and green, which is the colors of the Pan-African flag, created by Marcus Garvey, that basically symbolizes unity amongst all Africans across the diaspora, on the continent, and abroad. And what else? It did take me a while. Oh, her skin tone. I chose to use 4 different colors for her skin tone. So I think I use red. I'm giving y'all my secrets. I use brown, I use red, I use bronze, and I use gold. A mixture of those 4 colors to get her skin. And yeah, I like the way she turned out. You see, I had to exaggerate her eyelash. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I will flip the camera around. With her though, which is unusual. So I did something very unusual with her that I have not done with any of my other 16 paintings. With her, I used 4 paintbrushes, 4 different paintbrush types and sizes, because I felt she deserved it. I love her. Alright, so I'm going to flip the camera around so you guys can see what they all look like in the correct orientation. And I can't wait to hang them up. Like whoop, 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 whoop. All right. This is the first one I did. And then this is the second one. I just finished eating some spaghetti. Some leftover spaghetti with my spicy seasonings. I like those women. And I had to coordinate their colors. They're so sassy. Something that you see a lot of African women do. Carry things on top of their head with poise and grace. No matter how heavy it is. Strength. And this is my goddess. I love her. I had to make sure that arch was right in her back. So, let me know what you guys think. You were just about to talk about these women? What are you going to say about the women? Which one do you guys like the most? What are you going to say about these women? Obama in the background. I put together that collage of Obama when he was first elected, and it has my voter registration card from Florida. Throwback. Because I was so excited that we got our first black president. Alright, I'll catch you guys later.